Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Had a good week and all that jazz. I missed you yesterday because I might have been a little bit hungover after celebrating my residency, and no one wanted to see what I looked like on camera yesterday. Now today we're just going to keep continuing on with these Roundup shows, even though hardly anyone's watching them when they should be, although they are repeats or whatever, but these were the best shows of the year. So I'm hoping if people have missed these shows, they're like, yeah, well, I'll tune into the best of. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. We're on to July, and I could have picked another black and metal video, post-metal stuff today, but I didn't want to do that. I want to mix it up a bit instead of just have all of those. So I really enjoyed this show, the post-hardcore mix. We had 3 bands on the channel. They were all new to the channel, and what we had is a real mixture of post-hardcore edges, kind of from more classic stuff, moving through into more modern and avant-garde stuff, which was really cool. Now, I'm a big fan of post-hardcore. There was a period there where I really got into the post-hardcore emo vibe. I really like to get emotion in the music and all the rest of it, as well as the heaviness and the chugginess. You know, it was nice to get that as well as the kind of aggression. So yeah, I really got into this stuff back in the kind of mid 2000s, and I still think it sounds dope today. Some of the more modern kind of post-hardcore stuff I feel has gone more poppy than hardcore, but the bands that we had on today were all proper, all nice stuff, and a real mixture of the different stuff that you can get from the post-hardcore genre. Very nice. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you enjoyed today if you missed it, and you're actually checking it out today. Anyway, we'll see you back on Monday. I'm still going to do the Monday grinds, but we'll see you on Monday for that. Hope you have a good weekend and all that jazz. Cheers, guys. Bye. Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Had a good week and all that jazz. We've had a real nice week on the channel this week. Bunch of cool bands to check out. A bunch of high quality bands that are going under the radar. What this channel's all about. Real high quality bands, as good as anyone else out there. They've got 53 subscribers. Makes absolutely no sense, but we're going to just try and get in more listeners if we can. That's what it's all about. Now today we're going to check out a cool style of music, post-hardcore. We don't check this out too often on the channel, but I do really like this kind of music. I grew up with this in my late teens, and kind of saw it evolve into post-hardcore, and seen it evolve ever since from then. Because post-hardcore, I will say, is one of those styles of genres that when you say post-hardcore, it could mean a lot of different things, because from when it first started out, it was just kind of hardcore with a bit of singiness in it, a bit of melodic hardcore. And nowadays it's really changed into kind of almost like modern metalcore sound, very overproduced and stuff like that. So it's, you know, when you say post-hardcore to someone, it could mean a lot of different things. And we're going to demonstrate that today because we've got 3 post-hardcore bands, but none of them sound alike. And they're all showing us the different ways that you can approach the post-hardcore genre and get the job done. Very cool. I like to do that. The first band we're going to check out, I think all these bands are new to the channel today, which is nice. The first band is called Single Wound. The track is called A Sudden Apology. And these guys, they might sound like what you kind of think of when you hear the first iteration of hardcore, where it was still aggressive post-hardcore, where it's still aggressive hardcore, but with some melodic elements in there. Let's check it out. Sounds good. Cool.
What
So at the end of that one, yeah, just a short one on this one, 2 minutes. Man, I was really enjoying that. These guys remind me of the early stuff, the early post-hardcore sound where it was still aggressive hardcore, shouting vocals, but bringing in the emotion, spoken word sections, being a bit more melodic with the vocal in that way. Really like the chords he chose as well on the guitar. Brought through an emotion in the guitar in as well, minor chords and moving it about like that. Sounded great. The bass sounded really nice in this one as well. Nice and full and warm and filled out the low end nicely. And some sick drumming. Moved the beats around nicely. So yeah, these guys remind me of the good old days with a nice modern mix. Sounded great. The next band we're going to check out is called Lower Automation. The track is called Ruiner. Let's give these guys a spin. Cool.
So breathe and spit. We're flooded by the waves of your tongue. We run until bones become under the weight. Under the weight of what they haven't done with me. So I can see your head working against a better offspring.
Nice.
So I can hear you breathing. So I stop dreaming of your sharp teeth on my back. So I can finally see there was never. So I can finally see there was never up to me. So I can finally see. So I can finally see there was never up to me.
Really cool. Yeah, man, these guys are pretty out there. That was really experimental and different. I like the way he worked the guitar in this, letting the bass do all of that. And the bass, man, that sounded so amazing. Yeah, just kind of doing sounds and high up arpeggios and things like that, ringing out. Sounded really cool, brought in an atmosphere to it as well. And there was a real vibe in this one. Emotionalness coming through in the vocal and stuff. The way he worked the vocal was really quite different as well. So yeah, these guys are thinking outside the box with that one. Bit of mathiness and stuff in there as well. Really enjoyed it. Man, that bass tone though, that sounded absolutely sick. The last band we're going to check out today is called Chalk Hands, which is a cool name. The track is called Fail, Grasp, Restore. We're having a nice day. Another great bass tone in this band. Superb band. Jesus, we get through some nice bands on this channel. These guys have got 324 subscribers. They're making absolutely superb music. That was so nice on the ears. Everything about this band I really enjoyed. The guitar tones were absolutely spot on. Just sounded so great in the mix. Came across, got all the nuance. You could hear the finger picking, all the rest of it. Sounded great. Really nice guitars. Bass sounded absolutely amazing again. All the bands today have had sick bassists with their own tone, different types of tones in the mix, distorted ones, fuller, lower endy ones, but they've all really filled out the mix nicely. Sounded absolutely great. All the drummers have been sick as well. Really nice drumming, especially in this last one as well. Ghost notes, working the beats in the right way so that you just fall into every next section and it feels right. Nothing really catches you off guard in that way, but it just feels so it's the right move to make, you know. It just feels right and not awkward in any way. Loved it. These guys had a real post-rocky element to them as well. Just post everything pretty much, one of these bands are. Absolutely love it. And one thing I really liked in this one is the group vocal. I thought it sounded great. It just added a manly, thick, crowd vocal to the whole thing. Sounded great. When they were building it up there with the crescendo, it was kind of pushed back in the mix even as well, and reverby and atmospheric. So even though it was a shout, a kind of group shout, it wasn't loud in the mix. It was actually back and spacious. Really like it. It was like the kind of microphone was far away from the crowd. Really sounded great. So man, we have got through some nice bands today. As I say, I don't put too much post-hardcore on this channel, even though it is one of my kind of bread and butter genres that I grew up with, because actually I don't like a lot of the modern post-hardcore bands. I think It's gone a bit too melodic metalcore for my liking, but I really like what we've done today, where we've had a whole spectrum of post-hardcore type bands. Not the bands that just sound like more kind of chuggy melodic metalcore. We've had the cool stuff. We've had the early stuff, the aggressive stuff that's got an emotional edge to it. We've had the posty stuff that's, kind of more post-rocky as well, which is super nice. And then we've had some experimental stuff and out the ordinary stuff, thinking outside the box with it as well, but still bringing in that nice emotional edge and some high-level musicianship with it as well. Sick! So, we've done the spectrum of post-hardcore today, and we really haven't we've only kind of nicked the surface of what post-hardcore has got to offer, because there's so much other stuff that counts as post-hardcore that we haven't listened to today. But the three styles that we have listened to today, three of the nice ones. Very, very nice. Now, hopefully all these bands will watch this show today and keep sending over their music. So we've got a post-hardcore day in the queue ready to go, because all three of these bands are putting out high quality videos, high quality package, and they all need more followers. These guys had 324. What did the second band have? Oh, they were on Zegama Beach. And I'll just mention there, because the Zegama Beach were the people who did the Ditch Organ record for us. And I've just got that in the post. Looks very, very good. So shout out to Zegama Beach as well. Hopefully have some more stuff coming your way in the near future. So there you go. That's what we've got for you this week. I might do some stuff over the weekend, see how it goes. But if you've missed any of the shows this week, just click any of the videos that I had on this week, because I'm telling you now, every single day was quality bands that you should be checking out, seeing if you like them or not. Otherwise, we'll see you when we see you next, guys. Have a good one. Cheers. Bye.